David Cohen. He's of Action Economics. So, David, some very strong numbers today. 5.8% in Thailand, 9% in Taiwan. Why so strong?
Well, just like the data we've seen from other Asian economies reporting the fourth quarter stronger than expected, the Thai and Taiwan figures were boosted by the pickup in manufacturing, supported by the strong rebound that they've shown in exports. Remember, a year ago, the Asian economies were contracting on the collapse in global export demand. But as the global economy has turned around, that's supported a strong rebound in export demand, which is translating into solid growth here in Asia.
It really does all hinge on exports. 60% of Thailand's economic growth down to exports. So it hinges really on a U.S. recovery.
Well, so far so good. The U.S., after all, showed positive growth in the third and fourth quarter GDP, and by all indications, consumer spending is continuing on an uptrend into the new year, and that should remain supportive of Asian exports. Of course, the other key engine for demand is China, which appears to be growing at a 9 or 10% rate in 2010, which will be supportive of the exports from many of their regional neighbors.
Are you concerned about further tightening in China and the impact of that on the region? Tell me what the risks are to the Asian recovery.
Well, I think the central banks in China, as well as many others in Asia, will start to look to tighten rates from the extremely accommodative levels that they've had for the past year. But I would characterize that as more of a normalization from a very accommodative position, rather than a tightening that's going to suddenly slam the door on economic growth. I think the regional central banks will be gradual in their tightening and allow for continued growth in 2010.
Thanks very much, David Cohen there from Action Economics.